All right. Yeah, we back again. Okay. What's going on, Marcus Bell? All right, back in the house again, man. Yeah, I had to get back on here, man, because I wanted to talk about this card. It's coming in about a month and a half now, right? Yeah, about a month and a week. We're about a month and a week away from this banger, man. This card right here gonna be crazy. I mean, I can't lie, man. When I saw this one, I was like, damn. Got some hard hitters on this one, man. So I had to get back on here and we'll talk about this card. These 3 fights on here. See, I'll be on here about an hour at most today, since I was on here like over 2 yesterday. So we'll get started here in a minute. July 24th. Like, what UFC is that? Is it? I know that ain't a fight night card, is it? Let me see. You see, it is. Yes, UFC fight night. Okay. All right. Okay, get started in 1 second. Just pulling something up here. All right. All right, y'all. So back again. Welcome back to another live stream. And yeah, so I just wanted to get on here for about an hour or so and talk about this card, this UFC Fight Night card coming up, July 24th, man. Yeah, I was just going through here, man, and now with the addition of Sajara Eubanks and Priscilla Cachoeira on this card, I was like, yo, this card gonna be good, man. This is gonna be a banger right here, man. That was the first thing that popped in my mind. It's like, we got some heavy hitters on this one, man. So I said we got to talk about this card tonight and these 3 fights right here. First thing I'm gonna say is, look, out of all 3 of these fights, look, somebody getting knocked out. All right, somebody getting knocked out. That's the number one thing I can say, right? BJ, what's going on, man? I mean, y'all agree, man? Look, somebody getting knocked out on July 24th. I mean, I don't know who, but we got some heavy-handed fighters in this card right here. We got some heavy hitters out of all of these ladies here. All of these ladies like to, go in there and bang out a little bit. I feel like all these ladies, they don't mind taking a punch. And yeah, it's gonna be explosive, man. All 3 of these fights. Somebody's getting knocked out, man. At least one fight up here, somebody's getting knocked out. And there go BJ over there hating on Miranda, talking about she getting slept. And I don't see Sarge getting put to sleep. Sarge got a good chin, man. I don't think it's gonna be Sarge, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Cause Sarge's chin is like a rock, man, and she got power. But we ain't talking about that fight. We gonna talk about this Aspen Ladd Macy Chiasson fight first, man. Yeah, a while back, I remember when this fight was announced. I think it was either Macy had said, that she wanted this fight. She said that she wanted to take on Aspen Ladd because that's a big jump for her. And I was agreeing with that myself, because I was like, it's about time for Macy to get like somebody in the top 6 or top 5, and Aspen Ladd, I was like, that's a perfect opponent, man, because Aspen Ladd, really, in my opinion, I never really seen her do enough to skyrocket to number 3. What is she right now? Let's take a look at what Aspen Ladd is right now. Aspen Ladd Let's see, Aspen Ladd in the bantamweight division. What is she ranked right now? Because if she's still holding on to that number 3 spot after almost 2 years away, I can't take that. I cannot take that. Let me see. Damn, she still is number 3. Aspen Ladd is still number 3, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's number 3 after almost 2 years away. You know, hard first round knockout loss to GDR, and then a win over Yana Kunitskaya. Okay, all right, Yana Kunitskaya, that's a win I'll give her because Yana Kunitskaya was ranked a little bit higher. You know, she's number 5 now, but I don't think she should be number 3 really. Like, out of all these ladies, I mean, that's why I said the bantamweight division needs a shakeup. But Macy Chiasson is at number 9, and she was looking for this fight right here. You know, I can't remember who it was. They were kind of going back and forth a little bit, talking about saying, "Oh yeah, you called me out, I'll fight you." You know, I can't remember if it was Aspen or if it was Macy, but they agreed to the fight, and you know that's what's important. But man, going into this one here, I just see like this huge size difference really being a problem for Macy Chiasson. Hold on, what y'all talking about real quick? Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about this fight before the Sarge fight. So Aspen Ladd, you know, going into this fight here, I feel like she's got her hands full. You know, I think style wise and just the type of opponent she's dealing with, you know, this will kind of remind her of that GDR fight. You know, Aspen Ladd is 5'6", and Macy Chiasson is 5'11". That's a big bantamweight, because you know this girl was fighting at featherweight. So right there, you can look at the size advantage that Macy has here, and I think she's really going to use this size advantage going into a fight with Aspen Ladd. You know, let's see. Let me pull up her reach here. Just want to see how long a reach she has. Yeah, she's 5'6" and 60 with a 66-inch reach. And Macy, like I said, is 5'11", and her reach is a 72. You know, so she's dealing with a long, tall, powerful fighter in there. You know, I want to see what Aspen Ladd is really going to do to neutralize somebody like Macy Chiasson, because last time out, Macy came in there looking big. You know, that's why I say she needs to be 145 pounds. You know, she came in there looking pretty big against Marion Renault. And, you know, she was really starting to switch up her striking game, you know, with her right hand and her left hook combinations. You know, she has that ability to apply pressure and, you know, that clinch game to wear fighters down. You know, I think she's very effective with that. You know, she's really effective at using that size, man. So that's something that Aspen Ladd is going to have to be really, really on that lookout for. I just can't see her going straight in like she did against GDR or like she did against, Yana Kunitskaya. You know, Yana is, you know, she took chances against Yana. You know, Yana doesn't hit as hard as Macy. You know, Macy hits a hell of a lot harder, and she's bigger. You know, she's bigger. So this fight here, man, I really don't know what Aspen Ladd is going to be able to do. I mean, if she gets it to the ground, yeah, that's her best bet. She's going to have to get this fight to the ground. Because let's see, we just want to see Macy's activity as well, because Macy did fight in 2020. She did at least fight in 2020 once. You know, she's had a couple cancellations. You know, she was supposed to fight Sarge. She was supposed to fight. Her fight with Marion Renault was canceled a couple times. Let's see. And then she fought Marion Renault back in March, which is a good win. You know, that was a good win. It was competitive, but it was a good win for her. Let's see. So, yeah, she's been, you know, of course, more active than Aspen. You know, of course, Aspen, like I said, her last 2 fights was Yana and then the knockout loss to GDR. You know, so I think going into this fight, I'm looking at Aspen Ladd, you know, is really having her hands full here. You know, I think Macy Chiasson will be able to control this fight, you know, just with her power and her size. It will bring back memories of that GDR fight. You know, let's not get that twisted. The one thing she can really hope for though is if Macy Chiasson comes in here a little bit flat, as far as making weight, that might work against her. This fight is a bantamweight. Don't forget, this fight's a bantamweight. So if she comes in here after a rough weight cut, that could be the benefit for Aspen Ladd. She could take a book out of Lena Landsberg and make it a, rough, rugged clinch fest, control the ground and just smother her power. If she controls the ground and just starts working those knees and gets that dirty boxing going on the inside, Aspen Ladd could pull off the win. Because, Aspen Ladd's not a small girl either. Like, I'm just looking at the height, but as far as Aspen Ladd's build, Aspen Ladd's not a small girl. Because she was having trouble making flyweight herself. She was having trouble making weight. She had to go up, so Aspen Ladd, she has some size to her. And I think 135, be honest, 135 is a better weight for Aspen Ladd, where Macy Chiasson, a better weight for her is 145. Her coming down to 135, I think hurts her a little bit more and hurts her performance. See, Aspen jumped up from flyweight to bantamweight, which is smart. That helped the weight cut for her. So Macy, she's coming down to that weight that's hurting her. So that could be the downfall. So I will factor that in at least. I will say that could be an issue here. So it's really going to come down to Macy really making sure she can cut the weight slowly throughout, gradually over the next few weeks instead of doing one big rough weight cut, Let's see. Robot Chicken said Ladd is going to win if her cardio holds up. He said, I'm not sold on Macy. I don't really think it's the fact of being sold on. Like, I think she does have enough tools to neutralize that smaller fighter. Like, yeah, GDR, her power, her striking is levels above Macy, but let Macy throw them right hands and they land, boom. She can do damage. She can do some damage. She definitely packs that power. So don't get that wrong. Her left hook is good too. The thing is, I think she's sharper at 145. Like, she can throw some wild shots at times, but I think, she's more effective when she lets go. Whenever she fights at 145 and she's letting go. So yeah, man, this fight here, like I said, I see somebody getting hurt in this fight. Somebody's getting knocked out because there's a lot of size and power to go around in this fight. And somebody will be taking big shots in this fight. Neither one of these fighters have like great defense. So when you factor out defense and then you factor in so much power and size with these two type of girls, somebody will get hurt. I mean, I see that. It was just like with the GDR fight. I was like, I know GDR is going to land something big. I just didn't know it was going to be that early. When she landed that right hand and dropped Aspen Ladd, I was like, damn. I did not see it coming that fast, that early. I mean, I think, who do y'all got? I mean, it's obvious Robot Chicken. He got, Robot Chicken Wings has got Aspen Ladd in this fight. But let's see. Ground is going to be effective for Aspen Ladd. She's a purple belt. What is Macy Chiasson though? She's a purple belt. Macy, what is she? I don't really see her being so fluid on the ground when she gets there. Like, she's not the best off of her back. She's more so good in the clinch, when she's standing in those tie clinches and fighting from a distance. I don't know. I don't see anything listed for Macy as far as what kind of belt she has. I'm assuming she doesn't have like a high experience in jiu-jitsu. Marcus said Aspen Ladd's a brown belt. She must just got elevated because what I was looking at, they said she was a purple belt. Okay, so all right, so Aspen Ladd's now a brown belt. Okay. So she got bumped up. Okay. So I think it's safe to say that she takes it to the ground. That's where she's going to be more effective. She definitely has that size to get on the ground and use it. But Macy, man, Macy, like I said, when she gets going and when she comes in with that pressure, I think she's going to be very effective with it. Like early look, I am leaning towards Macy in this fight. I know you might go off of Aspen Ladd just off of her ranking, but like I said, she just kind of skyrocketed up there, without much groundwork laid. You know what I mean? Like lost the GDR, just a win over Yana Kunitskaya, which was a close fight. It was some close moments in there, but other than that, there's no really major names on there. You said Yana was just as big as Yana? Maybe, but not as powerful. That's the thing. She's not as committed to her striking, though, Robot Chickens. I mean, she can be just as big, but she wasn't using it. It's all about how you use that size. Yana Kunitskaya is probably like, I'm gonna say off top like 5'8". Let me look it up right now real quick. All right. See, they be conflicting information here. Yana Kunitskaya on one site is 5'7", and then one page she's 5'8". So Yana Kunitskaya is not as big as Macy Chiasson. I knew that she wasn't. No, Yana is not as big as Macy. Like Macy's big. I mean, if you're talking about she's bigger than Aspen Ladd, yeah, of course. Yeah, she's big. Like she's built a little bit bigger. Robot Chicken said, I'm not holding that GDR loss against Ladd. GDR is lethal on the feet. I will because she's that's just going to show you that she's not elite. You know what I mean? Like that's just proof that she's not worthy of being number 3. Like if you can't handle strikers at a number 3 level, then you really aren't that high a level. Like this fight with Macy to me is going to prove a lot between the two of them. This fight here is going to prove a lot because to me, honestly, like they're kind of on the same level. Like Macy's kind of seen different looks. She's fought Mari Renault, Lena Landsberg. She knocked out Gina Mazzani. I know that was at 135, and I know what you're going to say about Gina Mazzani, but she's beat her, a veteran, in Sarah Morris. So she's seen a few different looks, more so than Aspen, in my opinion, at 135. I mean, yeah, Aspen Ladd has beaten Lena Landsberg, but to me, styles make fights. And I mean, she beat an older Tanya Evinger, which to me, that wasn't much. And controversial win over Sajara Eubank, in my opinion. Controversial win in that second fight. That was a close fight. And then when she stepped it up against GDR, she got beat. And then she beat Yana Kunitskaya, which again, that was a close fight. But overall, like, you have to hold that win over her head because you have to hold that L over her head because that's going to tell you how good a striker and how good of approach she's going to take. Because you saw the approach that she took in that GDR fight. It was very green. I'm not going to lie. Like, she ran right in on GDR. Like, GDR didn't really have to get going. It was a first round knockout. GDR didn't even really have to use like great technique. Aspen Ladd walked right into the right hand. So it's not the fact that's another thing. Like, if you want to peel it back deeper, GDR didn't really have to get going in that fight. She set up a pretty right hand because Aspen Ladd just did some green stuff in there. She walked right into it. I'm going to pull that up right now. I want to look at it. So that shows you that she may be number 3, but her level still needs to be proven. Putting her in there with Macy, even though their rankings are far apart, they still have to. This still is a show improved fight for her to tell us, okay, she maybe she had a bad showing and maybe she is elite. Maybe, maybe. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna run back this first round knockout real quick because I want to just break it down real quick and say, look, yeah, like she walked right into it, man. She walked right into it. Like, yeah, GDR, of course, is elite. She's one of the best strikers pound for pound, but we didn't even have to see that get going. We didn't have to see her get going because Aspen walked right into it. And that's the thing, like that type of striking, I don't even think that Macy Chiasson would have walked into a shot like that. I don't even think Macy would have been that quick to walk into GDR. I think she would have respected her power. Aspen thought she could punch her way in and maybe clinch up and get it to the ground, and boom, what happened? She caught a big right hand. Oh yeah, I had GDR in that fight for sure. Like, I knew there was a knockout coming. I picked her by knockout, but I didn't pick it that early. All right, before I pull this fight up, y'all, let's make sure you hit the thumbs up button there. Hit the thumbs up. We got like 9 or 10 people, but only 2 likes. Hang on here, y'all. Because what GDR did in that fight, Macy could do somewhere in this 3-round fight. If she doesn't knock her out early, she has that reach and she has that power to land a big shot. Let's not forget that. Like, she does have that power. Like, she has a left hook and she switch it up, from southpaw to orthodox here. So I could see her getting it from either angle, from either stance. She can get it from either stance. Maybe not as polished on the feet, Macy, but how she throws the punches, she can generate it. Definitely, she can generate the power. Colton, what's up? Colton said, can you believe Aspen was the favorite? I can believe it. I mean, I can believe it as far as like fan wise, but if you casual fan wise, I believe it, Colton. But no, I don't. As a hardcore fan, I wasn't accepting that. Hold on. Turn down the sound a little bit. Yeah, because this went. Let's see. Oh man, come on. This stream is slow. Yeah, I'm just playing it back while we talking here. Because if Macy comes in looking sharp and fit, like we know, she can, there'll be a problem here. And another thing I will say that, I'm not saying like Macy's perfect. I'm definitely not saying that. I think, I think her footwork can be a little bit more fluid. I will say that, like, you could probably pressure her back and she will get her feet, like, not, well, I'll say a little bit entangled. She has that. And you could probably force her into a clinch where you could eventually take the fight to the ground, where that GDR is not going to fight on the ground. So she's going to make sure she's perfect with her fighting off the back foot. All right. So we're doing a little surprise round by round. I mean, this is a quick one, right? So it ain't like we're going to be here all night. This is a quick round. So I just want to break down how Aspen Ladd came running up in here. Very amateur move for a number 3 fighter, right? So even after this knockout loss, she's still holding on to the number 3 spot, huh? Because she was ranked, what was she? ranked number 3 or number 4 here. Hold on. I don't like the way this new fight pass. You can't really like screw up through the fight. I don't get it. Like fight pass won't let you screw up through it anymore. I gotta play it. Dang. Yeah, Aspen's got size, like not small. All right, here we go. Here we go. Round 1, only round. Let's see what Aspen does in this fight real quick. Okay. All right. GDR pumping that jab out. Aspen Ladd coming straight in. She's trying to use these little head feints. Jab. She's trying to jab. She's coming straight in. Ooh, big right hand. Down she goes. That's it. That was quick, right? So it was her approach. It was just her approach in there. She was trying to come straight in on a hard hitter like that. You can't do that. I mean, she may argue with the stoppage, but he was trying to save her right there. She ate a big right hand, and he saw she was asleep. And Macy may not be able to do it the same way, but I think that if she stays mid-range and she meets Aspen Ladd head on, it's very possible, though. It's very possible. Ooh, because even when she turned her head as she about to throw a jab, and she didn't see the right hand coming. See, she turned her head. Like, she was reacting just as GDR was throwing the right hand. So when she threw that right hand, Aspen kind of turned her head and was looking to jab. With GDR, a perfect straight right hand, just got her right on the chin and dropped her. And referee stopped it. So, yeah, that was just a perfect right hand down the pipe because she was just, like I said, taking the wrong approach. You don't walk straight in on a hard puncher like that. So, yeah, I think somebody will be getting knocked out in that fight. All right, so what next fight we'll talk about here? So also on the card, hold on, let's pull this up. So I think mostly everybody's looking at Macy to win the fight. Robot Chickens, he said Aspen's gonna win the fight though. I think he's going towards Aspen. All right, so Macy versus Miranda Maverick. Talk about that fight here real quick. Macy, what is she ranked right now? So you got both Macys on this card. Both Macys packing some power. Let's see. Macy Barber's number 13 right now. Macy Barber's number 13. Miranda is 14. Looks like she dropped the spot. All right. So going into this fight here, we know that this is going to be an explosive fight here. You got two fighters, I won't say similar build. They're both good size flyweights, but the styles are contrasting. Two different styles. You got Macy Barber, who's really over the past few years really been turning into a slugger. Like when I used to see Macy Barber at 115, she seemed a little bit more athletic. Like she was throwing kicks, throwing high kicks, and she moved around on the balls of her feet a little bit more. She was more in and out, and she could just move. It seemed like she moved a lot when she was at 115. Over the years, though, it looked like she moved up to 125. She's become more of a hard puncher and like a pressure fighter. You know, she's more so come forward, and you know she likes to throw big bombs, and be more of a rough inside fighter and a power puncher. So I think, you know, coming into this fight with Miranda Maverick, you know, that's going to be something that Miranda really has to look out for. You know, Macy Barber, let's see. She's 23. She's listed at 5'5" with the 65-inch reach. All right. And I know Miranda's like, what, 5'3". All right, let's see. Yeah, she's 5'3", same reach. So there's not like a great deal of, you know, size advantage here for Macy. You know, it's just a power advantage. You know, Macy coming into this fight, you know, she's got the game changer. You know, she's got the equalizer. You know, 1 minute you might be winning a fight with her, but when she lands a big shot, she can change the whole course of a fight with her power. You know, that's how hard of a hitter she is. So going into this fight here, I think it's really going to come down to Miranda being able to use her defense, you know, use her footwork early to get out of the way of big shots and not trade. You know, she cannot trade in this fight. You know, she has to be on the outside. If she's going to strike, she has to be on the outside. And even then, I wouldn't recommend it because, you know, Macy is quick. You know, even though she's a little bit heavy, she is quicker. And, you know, she can rush in and she can set up a right hand from the outside like easy. You know, Miranda usually fights in the southpaw stance. So that's going to be right in the lineup for Macy Barber's right hand when she throws that overhand right. So right away, you know, Miranda Maverick, I want her to see her take this fight to the ground. You know, she's a very, very physically strong fighter. You know, she doesn't pack that type of power like Macy. You know, like I say, power and strength are two different things, you know, but you got to be able to use one to nullify the other. Like, strong fighters nullify power punches by laying on them and, you know, muscling them, ragdolling them, mauling them. And I think that's what Miranda, she brings to the table in this fight. She's more physical and she's rough. Like, Macy's a dog. You know, Macy's a killer, of course. You know, she does have the killer instinct in her. But, you know, I think Miranda Maverick, you know, she also has that. You know, she's very rough and rugged. You know, she can get down in there. And she can handle big girls. You know, like I said, she's over there handling big girls like Victoria Leonardo, getting them down and submitting them. You know, she can get rough in there. So, she came in a little bit smaller than Jillian Robertson too, right? And she was able to dominate her on the ground. You know, she was able to school Jillian Robertson on the ground. So I think it's going to be a fight where she has to go in and use her strength, you know, go straight in, you know, switch levels and take it down. Because when Macy gets on her back, you know, I know she's been working and they've been training, you know, working on her jiu-jitsu and trying to perfect her fighting on the ground. But when she gets on her back, she'll be in trouble, in my opinion. You know, I think we saw that in the Roxanne fight. We saw it in the Alexa Grasso fight. Like, Alexa impressed me, man. Like, Alexa Grasso impressed me with her strength in that fight. Like, let me pull up a little clip here. Like, Alexa Grasso, she was really muscling back on Macy Barber. When Macy Barber come in, you know, she would get those underhooks, and she was able to use her strength. You know, she was really using some good tactics in there. And, you know, when they got on the ground, you know, Alexa got that back of Macy, you know, was looking to get that rear naked choke, you know. So I was like, Alexa Grasso, you know, her moving up from 115, she did some effective work on this bigger fighter. So, you know, size is not everything. You know, size isn't everything. You know, it's how you use it and what you're able to do with it. Like, Barber, she's got a bit of size on her, but she's still not like very, very physical with it. Everybody just feels intimidated by the size because they're thinking about that power. You know, they're thinking about that power that's coming behind it. Robot Chick said he got Maverick all day. You know, Marcus said he got Maverick. Yeah, I think there's more tools there for Miranda Maverick at her at her disposal. She does have more tools there for her to use. But one punch can change a fight. Macy could change the course of a fight with that punch. That's why you got to wear her down, and you got to really just take away those angles where she can land her punches at. Roxanne, she was able to make it out. Again, Alexa Grasso, she was able to make it out. I mean, there was a close third round whenever Macy came in, and Macy knew that the fight was about over and she was about to lose, so she came in with a lot of pressure, and she was looking to take Alexa Grasso's head off. So Alexa had to go on that back foot. So that's the one thing you have to look out for. Like, Macy doesn't quit. You can take her to school with certain things. When you get her on the ground, you can outclass her, but if she sees or has the feeling that she's losing, she's gonna try to come back strong. She's gonna try to come back hard, and that could be the end of the fight. But yeah, this gonna be explosive too, man. I don't know, man. This is gonna be crazy. Like, knockout or submission in this fight, man, for real. Like, I'm not giving my pick yet, but yeah, knockout or submission is coming in this fight. Because like I said, Miranda gets it to the ground. I think she will be in trouble here. I think Miranda's jiu-jitsu is better than Macy's. Her ground game is much sharper. And with her size and her muscle, I think she uses it better. She's much more athletic. Way more athletic. And let's look at Macy's, let's look at her resume here too, because it just seems like if you can survive her barrage and her onslaught coming, and you take her into deep waters, you good. As long as you can avoid getting hit by a bomb and you have a good ground game, you can beat Macy. Because everybody she's beat, let's see, by stoppage in her last 5 fights. Whoa, 6. I'm going way outside the UFC as well. So, because if we go all the way back, look, she knocked out Jillian Robertson in 1 round. Okay, then she stopped JJ Aldrich in the 2nd round. JJ was having some good moments, because JJ was clipping Macy a few times in there, but she came back with the harder punches, and came back with that. She came back with a strong right hand in that fight. And then before that, she stopped Hannah Cyphers, right? Yeah. And stopped a few other people too, going out in the LFA and the Contender Series and going back down on 115. But that just kind of shows you that that's been her one go-to, is her power. Her power is what really carries her through fights. And if you have the ability to switch levels and take her down, and if you can use good angles and you can strike with her, as long as you don't punch with her, if you can strike with her, you can beat her. That's the thing. You got to be a well-rounded fighter to beat, this hard killer puncher like Macy Barber. That's one thing I give Macy credit for, man. Macy may be limited, but she likes to fight. She doesn't mind fight. She'll get down and dirty in there. So yeah, good. That's another good one, man. That's another good one coming July 24th, man. So yeah, this card is shaping up with some good fights, man. I don't see many going the distance, man. I don't see these fights going the distance, y'all. I'm sticking with that. Somebody getting KO'd in at least 2 of these. Somebody's getting KO'd at least in 2 of these fights on this card. I can sense it, man. Let me go back here. Marcus said, watch out for Macy's kill switch. Let's see. Yeah, Calvillo Andrade. Yeah, I heard about that. We'll have to talk about that later. Talk about that, next video or something. All right, but as y'all know, last fight we'll talk about here. This was added to the card on July 24th. Sijara Eubanks versus Priscilla Cachoeira. This was added to the card. Sijara was supposed to fight Carol Rosa at 135, but Carol Rosa had to pull out of the fight because she had an eye injury. She had an eye injury, so she had to pull out of that fight. And because the fight was actually supposed to take place this week. It was supposed to take place on this card with, Izzy and Rotella, right? But yeah, she got moved back down to July 24th, and now they setting her up with a fight with Priscilla Cachoeira. Now, I say I like this fight, but my only question is, like, they really couldn't find her another bantamweight to fight? Like, this is crazy. Like, did Sajara request to fight at 125? Or did they not ask Priscilla Cachoeira if she wanted to fight at 135? Or did they not ask one of these other bantamweights that, look, you want to fight at 135? Like, why is she coming down to 125 for this fight? That's the one question. Because when I heard the announcement, I was like, oh, it's going to be a good fight. But then I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, they're saying 135. 125. Like, how's she moving down to flyweight? What? Is she really going to move down to flyweight here? If anything, much like Macy Chiasson, this is going to be the biggest obstacle for her, fighting at this weight. I mean, for real, like, that's the one thing that I think could really cost her to lose this fight, is trying to make this weight. Because style-wise, it's a good fight. It's explosive. It would be better if they were, like, in the same weight class. Sajara Eubanks hasn't fought at flyweight since, like, 2018, right? Yeah, it's been, like, 3 years since he's fought at flyweight. So I don't know why now she has to move down for her fight, especially when it was her opponent that had to pull out because of an injury. Why not give her another bantamweight? Or, like I said, unless she requested to move down, I don't know. But that's that's what I think the issue is going to really come down to, because style-wise, I think, Sajara Eubanks has the skill set to nullify the punching power of Priscilla Cachoeira. She's tough. Sarge is tough. She's durable. She can take a hit. When stuff starts to get thick in there, when it comes down to the trading, she will take you down to the ground. She showed that in that Julia Avila fight. Whenever she starts to take some big shots, she will try to take it down to the ground. She can't get drawn into a punching match. This has to be a fight where Sarge uses her IQ. She's got to be smart in there and say, look, I'm not going to trade. She made that mistake with Cachoeira. She lost that fight. She should have been in there trying to, just take the fight, switch levels and take the fight to the ground and not trade. Or if she wanted to strike, she should have been boxing more and picking her shots instead of, going blow for blow, because Betch was the better boxer in that fight. So she can't go in this fight here trying to trade bombs for too long. Like I said, I can see her taking a few shots here and there, but when them punches start to, come, in sequence from Priscilla Cachoeira, you got to switch level and take her down. I'm wondering if Priscilla could, I think Priscilla could probably take Sarge's punches. I think so. Priscilla probably could take Sarge's punches, especially with her moving down to 125. Everybody knows that she's a bit of a glutton for punishment. They call her the zombie girl, right? She can walk through some punches, and man, she keeps on coming. So I think it's safe to say, yeah, Priscilla Cachoeira going to be, taking hits and straight coming. But let's see. Let's match these ladies up here. So we know Priscilla Cachoeira is a flyweight. No, she's got some height to her. She's 5'7". I always thought she was like 5'4" or 5'5", but yeah, Cachoeira was 5'7" with a 65-inch reach. And Sarge, I know Sarge is like, well, they got Sarge listed at 5'4". Damn. With a 67-inch reach, same reach. She's a little bit shorter though. I thought Sarge was like 5'5". I think she was like 5'4". I don't really think the height's going to play a big advantage in this one here. Like, because Priscilla Cachoeira is going to be coming forward. Cachoeira is not going to be really fighting on the outside or really trying to strike, for long periods where she's just using technique and skill, right? She's going to be trying to apply that pressure to Sarge. Stamina, what's going on? Stamina said, I'm surprised the UFC would even let Sarge take a fight at 125. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's missed the weight so many times and she's been killing herself. Like, I thought it was going to be 135 myself, so we'll see. I mean, I'm going to look into it right now if there's any changes. But Sarge does, Marcus, Sarge's stamina will really be a key in this fight. That'll tell us how far she can, hang in there. If she can keep that tank and she can kind of fight at a good pace, then, I think she'll be good. But when she starts to gas after a round or two, especially if this fight is at 125, then there might be a problem. Yeah, I don't know why they had her come down to 125, to fight Priscilla Cachoeira. If anything, if they wanted to do a bantamweight fight for Sarge, it should be Sijara Eubanks and Erin Blanchfield. Erin Blanchfield, she says she fights between flyweight and bantamweight, and I think this is a good size when this is a fight that's not too big for her. See, Norma Dumont and Erin Blanchfield, that was just like, to me, too much of a size difference there. But I think if Erin Blanchfield wanted to come into the UFC at 135, Sijara Eubanks would have been a better fighter for her. Well, let me see, man. Let's look at this and see if they are going to make this at 130, 125. Maybe like a catch weight or something. I mean, it was on her Instagram too. Her Instagram, she said she was going out on 135. So yeah, let me pull it up on her IG here. Let's see, Sijara. Yeah. It's pretty much legit that she's coming down. Yeah, because when she posted on her IG, she said, me strutting back to flyweight. My fight June 12th has been canceled, but alas, the master plan must go on, so I'll be fighting July 24th, UFC Fight Night 192 in the flyweight division versus Priscilla Cachoeira. So, yeah, it's not a change. Yeah, she is going to be fighting at flyweight, so that's going to be the problem, though. I mean, that's going to be the big if she makes the weight. Can she make the weight? Stamina said it's not as if this fight is some opportunity for Sarge, some important and consequential pairing. That's a good look for her with a win. I know, right? Cachoeira is just like another opponent. Like, she's not even ranked at flyweight, so there's not really like a big there's not a big gain out of this fight, right? I was thinking that too. I said, well, she's going to move down. I was like, at least could it be for more of a significant fight? I was like, could it be for something more so major? Yeah, that's wild, man. Because that's really going to be the key in this fight, making the weight first. Matter of fact, I don't think, tomorrow night, the fight between Vanessa Porto and Alara Hawani, that fight is off. Yeah, that fight is off for tomorrow off the Bellator card. I think it had something to do with Vanessa Porto making weight. It was already down to like a contracted weight, I think like 128. But I think the fight is you know, it was off because she wasn't like medically cleared or something like that. So yeah, that fight's gonna be off. Hold on, let me make sure here. Because I was actually about to talk about the fight as far as my pick, but let's see. Yeah, Vanessa Porto and Alara Hawani is off. Let's see. Porto did not receive proper medical clearance to compete from the commission, and the fight was scrapped. Yeah. So she wasn't cleared. I don't know if it was like maybe from the last fight or maybe it was just the weight thing. Because it says here, Porto was the final fighter to weigh in Thursday and needed the towel in order to hit her mark. The fight was scheduled for 128, which is booked on short notice for both fighters. Yeah, so yeah, she wasn't cleared though, so yeah, they took her off the card. So Porto Ioane is off. Yeah, that makes sense, Stamina. That, you know, that didn't make any sense to me. Like, if Sarge's opponent pulled out, why is Cachoeira not moving up to her weight? You know, if she pulls out, that person should move up to their weight because you're their replacement. You know, Sarge is the bantamweight. She was fighting the bantamweight fight. That's what she was preparing for, a fight with Carol Rosa, right? So if that bantamweight pulls out, you get him another bantamweight. You don't have the bantamweight move down to flyweight. I don't know. It makes too much sense, though, I guess, right? But yeah, I think going into this fight, if Sarge's weight holds up, I think, you know, she can make it a rough and rugged fight and take it to the ground. And it's just really going to come down to the gas tank. Yeah, it will really be her gas tank that holds this, you know, W in her hands. With the gas tank, you know, holds that fate in her hands, being able to hold it together, man. Because I just don't see it after 3 years away, and then coming down to 125. Shoot, you know, Priscilla, she's making the weight. You know, she's still fighting at this weight, so it's okay with her. You know, this is her comfort zone. But yeah, man, let me see, y'all. I'm gonna be on here for about another 4 minutes. We're gonna get up out of here at the hour mark today. I'm gonna go check out some of this PFL card leading up to the main event, which is the main card is at 10. So I'm gonna go watch some of this PFL and just see. I just want to see like the production and everything on this card. Like, do they got crowds out now or what? Yeah, 10 p.m. the main card starts. So I know the main event with Clarissa's not starting until like maybe like 11:30, quarter to 12, if that. All right. So yeah, the weigh-ins have already taken place for Invicta FC too. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this right here, man. So yeah, man, like I said, just wanted to get on here just want to talk about this card, man, because I was like, well, we got some bangers on this one, man. We got some punchers, fighters that like to take a punch, you know. So I see some fights ending in KO July 24th, man, for real. You know, Macy Chiasson, Aspen Ladd, there's gonna be some explosive moments. Don't see it going 3. Macy versus Miranda. That's another tough fight. You know, it's just like 2 different styles. I don't see it going 3. Eubanks and Priscilla Cachoeira. You know, their style, yeah. I don't see it going 3. Let's see. Yeah, we all say Tracy Cortez and JJ Aldridge are fighting too. What date are they scheduled for? Hold on. Let's see. Cortez. let's see. I think most of y'all, okay, so for the first picks, y'all said mostly Macy Chiasson. Some of y'all said Macy. Some of y'all said Aspen. Then y'all mostly said Miranda's going to win against Macy. Okay. And who do y'all got for Sarge versus Priscilla? All right. Robert said he got Sarge by second round stoppage as long as she's healthy and don't take too many blows. Okay. Yeah, like a stoppage or submission, just based off of her ground game. I think her ground game is really what's going to save her against this puncher. I think it's going to be very, very necessary. It's going to be a big key for Sarge to get this fight to the ground. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Invicta weigh-ins there already taking place. So, yeah, man, we'll check that out tomorrow night as well. All right. Let's see what else y'all got. Marcus said he got Sarge by submission or from smothering Priscilla on the ground. Okay. Yeah, because if you can keep up the smothering and you can keep up your wrestling, you're good to go. If you can take away that power, you'll be good to go on them, All right, y'all. So, yeah, man. Let me get up out of here, y'all. Yeah, I just had to come on, like I said, and do this card here, man, because, yeah, this going to be good, y'all. A month away from it. I'm going to see if I get Miranda back on and maybe talk to her maybe like first week of July or maybe like towards the end of this month. We'll try to get it in. It's been a while since I had her on. And, a lot's changed since that year I first talked to her, since fighting in Invicta. We talked about that. And, since then, now she's already going to be, 3 fights deep in the UFC, right? So, yeah, try to get her back on and talk about this Macy fight and just some of the things that, have been changing for her throughout her, MMA career. All right. Close this out. All right. So, yeah, y'all about to get up out of here. Let's see what next time we'll be on. Maybe definitely going to talk about this Clarissa fight tomorrow. I'll probably drop a video on that or something. And, definitely got a bunch of fights to watch. So, y'all catch me on here talking about Invicta FC as well. Probably Saturday, taking place after. So, do those post-fight videos, y'all. So, yeah, about to go eat this food, Robert. I got something in here I got to go eat, man. So, let me do that. Like always, make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Peace.